Today's topic, what I'm going to discuss, don't mind my background music, I genuinely do like jazz, blues, classical music, that type of thing, so I gotta adjust the volume on this for a second. So, genuinely, I do like that type of music, and that's why I like to have some good background music, kind of keep the flow going, and you'll see I like to do this, talk with my hands. But anyways, today what I am going to discuss is simply the mental game of bowling. And, you think bowling's so simple. You pick up a ball, you walk 4 or 5, however many steps it takes, less, 3, 1 even, swing the ball back in a straight line, swing it forward, roll the ball down the lane, and hope to get all 10 pins down. And yes, that is the simple basic concept of bowling, but what's difficult about bowling and what makes it more challenging later on is the fact that there's oil patterns. You got to figure out oil patterns. The technology of bowling, brief history of it. We went from black rubber balls that you had to really, really apply grip pressure and lift up hard with your fingers. Like you were clenching a fist at your finish position, so your release was like that, just to get it to hook even 5 boards at most, maybe. And at the time, oil was just used on wood lanes. Yes, most bowling centers today use synthetics, plastic lanes, but back in the day they had wood lanes, so they used wood for the simple fact of to just oil on the wood lanes to protect the lanes. Then plastic came along, and it was this is what you see in most centers today. They're basic beginner balls, or they're good for shooting at single pin spares and such like that. But it makes, it made hooking the ball a lot easier because it was creating more friction. And then urethane came along, more friction and more hook, and now you had a little bit of a weight block. And then reactive resin and particle resin. So to use reactive resin now just makes more sense, as opposed to urethane. Plastic you could use as a strike ball, but again, you have to have an extremely high rev rate and play a more direct line to the pocket. But mainly what I'm going to talk about today is the mental game of it, in that bowling can be competitive. So when you get to that level of competition, that there's other bowlers of your skill level or who average higher or better who perform well than you and things like that. So what makes me laugh, what makes me chuckle, and all these things is the men I see on it's mostly sometimes Thursday night, not a whole lot Thursday night really, but my Friday night league and things like that, or just bowling leagues in general, is you see these guys who think they're Mr. Johnny Big Shot, and they carry like a 195 average and think that, oh, I'm PBA star, superstar status, all that crap. But to me, you're a 195 house bowler. Accept that fact. You're not pro level. You're not even ready to compete in high level amateur tournaments around your area, for goodness sakes. So it's so funny when I see them that they're continually throwing their ball and they're not striking. What the? I'm not striking. I threw it. It's like, they're not striking, and then they get mad, and then they throw it faster and harder. Or they get even more frustrated when that doesn't work and when that doesn't strike. And then what's so funny is that they're given the bird. No, I'm not gonna. Try and keep this PG here. They give the bird to pins, like, say they're hitting the pocket, but they're leaving the 10 pin all the time. So they're going to flip the bird, and then they kick a ball return, like, yeah, and then they're slamming their fist down and monitors. It's like, what? Really, dude? Really? All right, Mr. Johnny Big Shot. Because really, Because it's the ball return's fault that you're not striking. It's the moniter's fault that the scoring's not right, or it's the 10-pin's fault that you're not figuring out a way how to make it carry and hit, how to make your ball carry and hit better at the pocket. Yeah, it's all those faults. It's everything else's fault. No one really likes to admit it's never their own fault. So yeah, so that's what makes me laugh, and I'm chuckling inside because I see him flipping off the pin, and I'm like, bigger than my face, and I'm chuckling on the inside of my head, ha 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 ha. So it's funny in that sense of, and here I am just keeping a straight face like this, stoic, even keel. I'm not gonna really let anything bother me too much because it's Friday Night League. It's not a state tournament where I have to make every pin count that makes the difference between if I'm in the top 10 or if I'm in the cash. Now that's a huge difference. That's a couple hundred places. But if I don't make every pin count, then I might just have to settle and just, if I'm leaving splits, I have to get the count and just make those pins count so I can hopefully get in the money and get in the cash and such like that. But again, it just comes down to 4 simple words that I think everybody needs to do and take in stride. So it's shut up and bowl. Who cares? It's Friday Night League. It's Thursday, whatever night league it is. You're there. So to do what? You genuinely like to bowl. You're out with friends and family. We're drinking, so we're having fun, drinking, shooting the shit, and bowling. So why can't it just come down to that? Instead of everybody who takes it way too seriously, who has to bend the rules or work the political powers in their favor, I think everybody needs to stop taking it so seriously in that sense. Just shut up and bowl. So, comment in the comments below what you think about not just the mental aspect of bowling, but just where bowling lies in general. So I'm trying to be an ambassador for the sport here, getting people to go bowling and promote the sport as not just something you do for fun, but you can pay your way through college with it by getting on your college team and such. So, tell me what you think. Subscribe to me. And yeah, I'll do everything I can. I'll catch you guys later.